Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Hamlet, where we've literally stayed in the same month we were in episode 28, which was the last one. We moved on. 29 we're in, and yeah, I'm making use of this demo tractor. Still here, haven't moved forward because there's a lot of work still to do. We got a grass field done. I still need to roll it. I have the roller up in the yard, but for some reason when I jumped into this tractor to move it up, do this contract, I just said, here, let's use it. Let's have a bit of fun. No point in just letting the AI worker have all the fun in the demo. Yeah, a couple of things since the end of the last episode, just doing the quick check on the animals and the chickens up at the new farm. We're nearly out of feed. We were down to 2,000 litres, so I couldn't remember what I put in at the start, whether it was just a small trailer, 8,000, so I took the barley out of the silo on the main farm and brought it up and put that all in. I think it was 11,000 litres or something like that, so that's gone off our money making list, as we need feed anyway. It's more important we keep the eggs rolling in. They started, that's why the eggs have started to come now, and that there wasn't a full pallet literally only up there in game 30 minutes ago. So yeah, another thing. Okay, let's go and take care of business. We'll have a look up here. I moved the wall up just a little bit, so they have, it must have been, yeah, it was around 12,000 litres, I think. Yeah, we still haven't got a full pallet, but at least they're producing. So we have an income coming from that stream yet. This should be ready when we move on. And everything else up here is okay. I did check these. I did give them grass. That's why the trailer's there. I gave them grass, so, and these are okay. Now, next one, trailer. We did swap the trailer. On the way back down, I looked at the second-hand market, and this was at the top of it. It was nearly gone. I hadn't been really looking. There was a couple of trailers, and there was another one. It wasn't at the top. It was near the top. I had a feeling when I moved forward it was going to disappear. So I traded in our Brantner dolly trailer for this, because dolly trailers, you know, trying to back them into tight spaces, and we have a lot of them on this farm. I just said, no, a lot of spaces we can't really pull through. So I did repaint it and repair it, because we made money out of the sale. We got quite a decent chunk of money for the other one. This was only 11,000. I think we got 18 or something like that. Hold on, it should show up in the statistics, financial statistics. Yeah, we got 17 and just under 18, and we spent 27. What else did we buy this month? We obviously bought something else. So it was a no-brainer really to jump on it. Now let's see, we should have a roller sitting in the yard where I dropped it and it didn't fall over. I just wanted to do the trailer. When I seen it, I brought the roller up to get our grass fields rolled before we end up moving forward a month and then we can't do it. So I got that done. Everything else is taken care of. We're going to have new arrivals when we move forward, but I'll have you in for that and we'll see what we get. I hate when these are tilting a bit like this. There we go, we got it falling over. So yeah, I just need to get the grass fields rolled. Everything's in, everything's done. I'm just going to park that there for now. Get back to this guy and continue on where I left off. Get this field done. I'll probably move them over then onto another field. 47's the closest one across the road. And just leave them there doing that. And I turn the lights on again. Great, turn them on. So everything's going pretty good on the farm. Really happy now we got the grass situation sorted out. And yeah, I missed this line when I turned the last time. I locked onto the other one that was on it before I realised. I said, you know what, we'll do this when we go around next time. This is not a bad little tractor. I know it's not pulling great weight and great power requirement, but when it does, it's just the gear shift on it. It's the same as the one I had, it's just less power. So I like doing the odd bit of cultivation because I seem to be using direct drills all the time now and you don't get to do much. And I had thought about it. Actually what happened was I went into the second-hand market to look and see was there any direct drills in the market. And Kubota tractors keep calling out to me because I keep saying I must use them more, and I never do. I did have a look at that. I thought, you know what? No, we'll deal with the weed problem when we get it. If we have to get a mechanical weeder and lease it, so be it. We'll do so and take the small hit on the environmental score because we definitely haven't got a tractor that has narrow tyres, so we can't be driving in the crop to do spraying because we've little enough crop as it is. Anyway, just quick update as I welcome you back in, and I gotta just work away through these few contracts. As I said, I'm gonna put a worker on number 47 when I move it over, and I'll get the grass rolling done down on our field. And as for usual, then when their contracts are finished, we're going to move forward. Is there anything else? There's nothing else. No, I'll have to go and do that fertilising contract. Need to look to putting down a manure buying point, which I will look into in this episode as well, and probably place that just so that we can switch away when we're doing even contracts. We can switch away from doing solid fertiliser and just do manure instead. Just doing it that way. Organic, let's say. Organic, we're going organic farming. Anyway, I'll crack on with this, and yeah, I'll update you as we move through the day. Just set the worker on the next cultivation in field 47, and I'm just getting the grass rolled. Get it done. It's a bit weird the way it is here, but just giving the lines across the other way. Tell you what, we just do this field first and then we'll do the other one. Yeah, so that's everything done on this side. I was looking at, the way we're kind of limited. We haven't gone near any of the forests. And I was kind of thinking, like, should we buy the lights or something like this and remove the trees and make a field out of it? Or I didn't look in it to see. It'd be a hilly field, but with the red tape mod, we'd end up having the plant trees in their place. So we'd kind of have to do one for one. Every one we take down, we'd have to put one back. Wouldn't entirely be against having to do that either. But it might be a way of expanding up here. You know what? We don't really need to do it because we've got a lot of fields still to expand into. When we get this chunk of fields here, that'll be quite a substantial expansion of the farm. We'll have more than double the land we have now. So I don't know why I'm even considering forest. I don't want to do any forestry work anyway. I made that quite clear starting out. Just going to go up and do this one. Do not have access to this land. Oh, don't I know it? It's a bit weird the way it let me the last time. So along the ridge a little bit. You can see where when I was ploughing, it didn't plough up the grass, but yet last time I was doing it, it let me cultivate it and sow it, and this time I wouldn't, but I just left it because it'll just grow with the grass in the field anyway. We're able to cut it, and that's where I ran across with the seeder when I was turning, but it doesn't sow, so there's nothing gone in the ground there because it's not a direct drill. So we'll have decent enough. This has got to be twice the size of the other grass field, so we've kind of tripled our grass field area in size, I would reckon. So I don't think we're going to have any problems with feed. The only thing I'm looking at is animal spacing on the red tape mod is giving me spacing for chickens. Now I would assume it's the chicken coop here. Now, because the spacing is lower on it because there's 150 in it and they are all fully mature. So naturally enough, they're going to need more space. I assume that the shed I have the chickens in and the other one which holds, I think it's 600 or something like that, that we're not going to have issues with that. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. If it's the case we have to put down a different pen, so be it. We'll do that anyway, but we'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's collect that contract I finished. 2,900. It was a decent contract. Well, it was a big field. It was probably one of the bigger fields on the map. So why am I kind of surprised? Anyway, I'll continue on and get this done. And update you then. We'll be moving forward into August. Okay, we're about to move forward to August. I could do a lot of work in this month without moving forward, but it doesn't have to be done. I think everything's okay with the animals. Yeah, these are due offspring, so we're going to have a look and see what we're going to get. These will be due offspring anyway. We seem to have offspring every month, but let's just do this and we'll get 395 for the chickens anyway when the excess are sold, which is not bad. Here we go. Could move, yeah, it's too late now. Could move half of them up to the other pen. I did say I was going to do that. Natural fertiliser scheme paid. Oh, lovely. So our red tape has been good to us. Let's have a look. Offspring, what have we got? We should have another, yeah, we have another 12. So what have we got? Let's see. There should be a Swiss Brown. Where is our trigger? I walked right past it. Oh, God, you'd swear I didn't know where I was going. And there's a Highland cattle in the shed. Now, yeah, 12 0-month Swiss Browns. Pretty good. What have we got in milk? 3,520 litres. I kind of wish I had moved half of these up now. You know what? I might move half of them up. Do I have herdsman stick? Because I don't think I can move them in my trailer, can I? Here's our store. Loads of stuff. If I have, I would have put it in here. So I don't think I have a herdsman stick. I think we've used let's see. Animals, no, we don't. Animal transport, no, we don't. Can we move chickens in this? No, we can't move chickens. So effectively we'd be selling half of these and then putting half of them in up beyond. That mightn't be a bad thing. Let's see. Can't get in that. Right, so we have so if I sold 75, what would I get for 75? Not a lot. If I have a herdsman stick, can I move them? I don't know. I've never moved chickens with a herdsman stick. Maybe we'll try to check that out and see does it actually do it. Right, getting distracted now. We need to check our buckwheat. Let's jump over to the other farm anyway. I was going to start cultivating these fields and then I thought, you know what? We're actually, yeah, our buckwheat is ready. We have some more wool to sell. How many eggs have we got here? 150 chickens in here now. We haven't got a full pallet, so food wise they're still okay. Okay, combine, where are you? There's our combine. I need to get this up to the buckwheat field. That's going to go in then for food for the chickens up there, and of course I drive straight into the pillar. Now yeah, we'll get the buckwheat done we'll get it in storage for feeding the chickens. I might just purchase a herdsman stick. I don't even know if I have the mod loaded. Just to move half of the hens over, after driving over them and killing them, half the hens over to the other chicken coop, and then these will reproduce, like, let's see, these will reproduce again next month, because it's every 2 months. So yeah, because you have one half that are reproducing 1 month, then so what'll happen is they'll reproduce and then they won't reproduce again then for 2 months. So maybe we'll just move them up. Okay, let me get this stuff over to the other field and get started on the buckwheat, and I will bring you back in then when I have everything ready to go. It won't take long to do that field anyway. I knew there was something else I needed to update you on. I did place down a buy-in silo for manure and slurry. I have the mod loaded for the manure heap that you can buy at, but it won't place. It's not in the mod folder for this save. I have it loaded, but when I go to look to add it to it, I cannot find it whatsoever. So this is the only solution I had. There was other solutions that were, you know, I wasn't sure it would work because that's on land that's restricted, like the shop and like the sell points and that, but it does. I tried it. I done a test on it before I saved it. It does actually work. So we have somewhere now to switch over completely to manure for doing our fields and for slurry as well. So I kind of wanted to do that. I wanted to get away from using the fertiliser. There you go. As you see, we got the reward. Let's jump in. What exactly was that reward for in the red tape? Let's go to event log. We got crucified because we didn't do crop rotation. Why didn't we do crop spelt? Yeah, that's what got us. Okay, so I need to watch this. So I done spelt. I did rotate everything bar 1, so there you go. Not paying attention. Natural fertiliser paid us. So we got paid extra for using natural fertiliser. Did we get deducted points for anything else? No. Just for the crop rotation, okay. And honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I should really use that more because it tells you what you had in the field, and I could not remember for the life of me what was in the field before. So there you go. It doesn't penalise you for having grass in year after year. That's natural enough. But yeah, there you go. 71 points down. Anyway, I'm nearly at the field. I was thinking I needed the trailer over here, but we don't actually need the trailer over here. So we could use the small farm all trailer we have. 8,000 litres. There's not going to be an awful lot off this field, so might have to make 2 trips to the silo, which is right beside us. And it's no point driving the other tractor and trailer all the way over here just for that. When you're in a hurry to get to the field, 27 kilometres an hour seems very slow. So we're almost there. So this is going for chicken feed, and we'll have to have a look at what crop we're going to put back into it. We could put in barley. That'll do for chicken feed. That'll give us a crop rotation here. So I presume that's what we'll probably do, so we don't get given out to again for not rotating the crops. I'll drop this trailer off here and have to sell the products as well. I don't know how much goat milk we have. I know they're not producing an awful lot, but that's okay. So I started into a nice little farm, a nice little map. There you go. I tested my wheels again just to make sure that I had crop destruction on, to see about what I was saying about the sprayer, and there is, yeah, on those wheels you can see the crop destruction I done. I could have made this field slightly bigger. That's the area I left when I had the field in before the cow or the chicken coop went down. I might just leave it a bit of space around. I'm not going to go ploughing again and stone picking again and all that's involved with trying to create another little bit of... It's not worth it for the little bit we would gain. So I reckon yield 96% is not bad. We'll get a couple of thousand litres off this, probably 6,000 litres maybe. I'd be surprised if we got 8. Though mind you, we're coming up on 1,000 litres already. Maybe I'll revise that. Maybe I'll say somewhere maybe just north of 10. And if we get that, I'll be more than happy. So we'll get the straw picked up and then we'll get this field prepped and get barley in here for next year. We're going to have to spread some manure on it. That's grand. We have a little bit in the bunker, but I already filled the trailer just to see that the buy point was working okay, and I'm kind of happy now that we can switch over to natural fertiliser. So we're going to have to look at buying a slurry spreader as well, a tanker, so we can 100% switch. Okay, let me get this field knocked out. I'll update you on the totals when we get there. That didn't take long. We're on the last run. We've one trailer full with 8,000 litres. We're not going to hit 1,000 on this, so we got, 8,715. That's alright. We've got to just put these straight in. I have the trailer parked over here. I just wanted to see what I had. Here you go, Buckwheat going in. That's grand. Of course, what did I do? I sent back the mulcher. Thought, oh, I'm done with the mulcher. I don't need it. And of course, we need to mulch the field we just done. As per usual. Not thinking. Because I thought we'd all the fields done when we had the other one done. Forgot all about this being over here. Being isolated. Totally forgot. So we... do we bother mulching it or not? It depends on the cost of the mulcher, because we only need it for single field. I think we might just leave it. Click on. There we go. I will just leave that there for the moment, and I don't think all of this is going to fit in, but we will give it a go and see what we get into it. If we don't, it'll be the first grain we have gone into the silo over here if it doesn't all fit. Maybe it is all going to fit. It'll leave 300 litres or something. 656. It's something. I could leave it in the trailer behind. I'm going to need this to pick up the bales. I need to convert this back to a bale trailer anyway. I need to get the milk from here and the wool and sell them. Should we hang on to the wool until the high price in the market? Definitely not the milk. I haven't tipped anything into this, that's what I just want to see. But there we go. We need to bring over some of the other grain and put it in there so it's on site. Now we have a slightly bigger trailer. We can do that easy enough. Now let's convert this back to a bale trailer. No charge. Okay, so this should be full of food. Yeah, 22,000 litres. And they have offspring in 1 month. Okay, so they're going to multiply. We're going to have 300 in there next month. And we need to get the straw from here, so we're going to have to get the other tractor over. Now, I did jump in to have a quick look and see what contracts there is. So we'll accept that. We have a square baler. Accept that for square baler. And we need to take one of these. We need to take the baler with it. You know what? We're going to take that. And we're going to sow the oats with our own drill. So we have 6 contracts as well to do. And straw to get off the field. So we need our case. Could do a wash in it. We leave it on next time because the baler needs a wash as well anyway. Yeah, we just get the straw baled up. There's no use for it up on the other farm at all, so there's no point in leaving up there. The tractor's annoying me. I need to wash it before I go. It's just filthy. I'll do the baler as well. It'll be dirty when we come back, but you know, 10% damage. Do it, repaired it as well. Haven't repaired it in a while. But you know what the beauty is? Because of the overall cost of it, it's not going to be that expensive to repair. Now, get rid of you. Back on your washer. Repair 55. Repair €1. And there's our manure that we bought. Okay, I'll get down to the field and get started on the baling. Just back on the field where the buckwheat was, we got 5 bales of straw there on the back of the trailer with the small case. They need to be transported over to the other yard. I'm just going to get manure down here. We're probably going to have to go up and get some. Not probably, we will have to go up and get some. The buy point, we won't have enough. There's 400 litres back on the farm. Might go and actually collect this. Yeah, moving forward, just trying to decide. We're going to put barley in here anyway. I said that. I'm actually thinking of swapping out our cultivator for a disc harrow. I wanted to use a disc harrow. I haven't used one apart from the one with the chains on it that I use quite a bit. So there's nothing in the second-hand market. I was thinking of actually buying one. It's 12,000. We'll get about 4,000 for the one we have. The only downside is it requires more horsepower, which means we can only run it on this tractor. We're running on the demo tractor at the moment. The demo tractor won't be able to do it. So that's not a problem really, because we're only using that because we have it as a demo anyway. It's not like it's going to be a permanent fixture on the farm. It's not. So I suppose with that in mind, it doesn't really matter. Now, one headland on, and we're on 62%. Number 2. Yeah, so we're going to maybe look at the possibility of change. Now, I'll show you one now in a second. This is going to run out quick enough. There, I'll knock it off and I'm doing this turn, so. Right, quickly, let's look. I'm looking at this just to see, 4688, and you'll get more when you bring it back to the dealer. So, what I was looking at was this one here. It's 17,000. That one there requires 120 to 200 horsepower. Oh, okay. So we could go with 4 meters, 6 meters, requires 170. We could go with that. Now, honestly, I'm looking for a trailed one. That's 4 meters, 6 meters, 200 horsepower. So we'd be right on the limit with that. And for the difference, I didn't even notice was there. That coming bog standard is 70 and 8. This one with the trailed one, it's 24. Okay, well that's kind of, these don't go any bigger. No, they don't go any bigger. And then we're into higher money. I was looking at this. This is 4.5 meters. It's 21,150 horsepower. So it's just, it costs a bit more. There's what in the difference? 2,200 in the difference. Sorry, 3,200 in the difference. Haven't used this before. Haven't used that before. This is the one I go with all the time. We won't be using it on this series anyway. This called Mocho Pack. So does this do both? Like, what is the working with of our existing 4 meters? Okay, so if we're to go with 4 meters, and we go with the yellow one with 4 meters, they give us 6 meters, 170. 19,600. And it requires 170. If we lease that, it's costing 1,000, so that's dead money. But okay, you see where I'm coming from, what I want to do. I want to swap over to a piece of equipment I haven't used before, basically. We've used that cultivator, the John Deere one, since we started this series. I've used it before, and I'm kind of just looking to change it up and just try something different, to be honest with you, that's all. So yeah, I'll get this done and I'll make a decision then, because that's the next job we need to do. I'll bring it back in when we've pulled the trigger on it and see what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to sell this cultivator. I've repaired and repainted it. I've done everything to it. So 5579. See, you always get more when you bring it down. Now, I did repair it and repaint it. So that added a bit to it. It took a bit of money out. So there we go. Now, where's our trigger? I have been thinking about it and I prefer to look at this, to be honest with you. There's nothing else we need on it. It does drill for our cash crop. That's something we could do down the road. Beams and reflectors. No, I hate the reflectors. Spare wheel. Support wheel. They look nice, but 1,000 quid? Don't think so. We can always do it after anyway. 17.8. Okay, we spent a chunk of change there that you could say we didn't really need to, but I did want to go with a disc harrow for quite some time. We've had the other one since we started. We're in year 5 now, so we'll treat it as an upgrade. I did do the manure on the other new field over there as well, that I put the lime on. I thought I had spread manure on, but I hadn't. We ran out, that's why. So there was 3 fields on the trailer after, well, 2 and a bit, you could say, because it's actually full now back at the farm. I filled it up, so just so it's full, because I have to do the rest of them. So I did come back and fill it twice. I had to go back with 5% out of the trailer to finish this field we're going down to now, and then I had to fill it again on the other field, and then I just topped it off. So it was just over 2 trailerfuls extra on top of what we'd already bought. So yeah, I'm going to be happy enough to moving forward to be doing it with manure. Now, the other thing too, we've taken the round baler for that contract. Now, let's go into the right menu. There is a round baler here, and I was kind of toying with the idea of actually buying this for doing the contract work. It doesn't tell me what size it goes up to. Like, what's off it? There's 61% off it. 25 grand, a lot of money. If we had bags of money, I would jump on it, but only for doing contracts is not really worth it. Like, let's have a quick look. If we look at what contracts are worth, that's that one's square. Round bale, 1,700. Round bale, so that brings us up to 2,800. and round bale again. So there's only 3,000 is all we're going to make out of them. So it'll be a long time before we get money back on the round baler. And I somehow tried to put a worker on it, but it says you have it unfolded when I get up here. That was planned. I didn't even ask you. That was exactly as I had planned it. So, let's see. Lower. This will do exactly what I want. Just cultivating, that's all. Literally. That's what I wanted. Just something, a disc harrow type, something different than been using the other one for the last 5 years on the map. So it was really just a case of let's try something new. And there we go. Happy enough with our upgrade, our purchase. Wouldn't really call it an upgrade, it's just a change. There you go. Best way to word it. Okay, I'll get this done. I'll get the seeder over. Let's get the seeds in the ground on this field. And I think then we're going to be calling it for this episode. It's been another pretty productive episode. We're still going to be in August for the next one because we're going to try get our fields sown. I've got to keep an eye on the crop rotation so we don't get penalised again with the red tape mod. I don't know whether it affects us financially. I presume it does. I presume there has to be some sort of a penalty for not following it rather than it's fining you. There must be some sort of a loss. But no, happy enough that it highlighted it because I had been neglecting it. I hadn't been keeping an eye on it. And we signed up for it, so it's part of it. Right, let me get this done and get the seeder over. Okay, that's not the field at the chicken coop, and that's not barley. Why? Because I drove all the way up there to get the message. Cannot be planted in this month, August. So I decided to put out in the other field. I did put manure in this field as well. This is the one I done. And I put manure in here, so we're partially fertilised. We should be fully fertilised. It is going down. I did say I wanted to get away from solid fertiliser altogether, which we will. I could have put slurry on this to make it fully fertilised, but we haven't got a tanker yet, and we need to use up that solid fertiliser we have anyway. So let's just keep putting in the seeder for now, and we'll do it this way. Anyway, we're going to finish up this episode here, and what we're going to do is we're going to work our way through the contracts. Anything else that comes up, are we going to sow any more fields? I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to remember what was in this field last time. Field number 22. Red tape model actually tell us. It won't actually tell us, which means it won't actually penalise us because 22 doesn't show up, having been a meadow field. Now, do I have oat in the... We do. So I think that's what was in that field last time. So we're not going to put oats back into it again. We definitely won't. We'll definitely put something else into it. And we're going to maybe do one more field off camera after this one, and we'll just work our way through the contracts. Or maybe we'll just save it. We'll just save it and work through between barley and wheat and spelt. And is spelt in the next growing calendar? I think it's a month later. Rye, spelt. No, spelt is next month as well. So we've quite a few crops to work on moving forward next month anyway. So that's what we'll do. We'll save all the rest of the sowing until then. And I'll bring you back in the new episode number 30. That'll be in September. But I'm going to work my way through. I have to do sow oats in that field over there next. And I'll work my way through these contracts and anything else that comes up. Get that money back up a little bit. And I'll give you an update, of course, at the start of the next episode. So for now, episode number 29 from the Hamlet. Fairly productive. We got New arrivals in the cow pen. We got new chickens arrived. We've done our buckwheat field. We've ploughed. We already had this ploughed. We spread manure on these 2 fields. We have them ready. We're getting a new crop in here to start. We may well buy another field over here. The obvious target is that poor cotton field beside me, being the one we can afford first, and it'll be getting ploughed back in. We definitely won't be doing it because we can't afford the cotton harvester. And I know people might say, but there is the hand tools. I'm not using them. That's just being honest with you. A lot of people have used them. I think, it was nice when it came out, but it was overused. So many people doing them. I just kept away from them. It's like people jumping onto maps and everyone on the same maps. I'm not going to mention what ones they are, but there's reasons why I stay away from, try to do something different. And the hand tools, I suppose, if there hadn't been so many people doing them, I would have actually given them a go. So we could have bought the field and done the cotton harvest, but I didn't want to be doing a field and taking the crop out of it. So that field up there, if we do buy it, we'll plough it in, we'll do all the preps on it, and we will put another crop into it. Might even go with a root crop next year, because we need stuff for the pigs. We're going to have to go with root crops for the pigs, and as I said, we'll start with a small field, and they don't come much smaller than that one. Anyway, ramble it again. Episode number 29, done, dusted, in the bank. In the bag, should I say, not in the bank. Well, same difference. Please hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and leave a comment. And I do always reply to comments as quick as possible. I like to get back to people, and I'd like to say thank you to all the new subscribers and all the people who sent me messages. It's really nice to know that people are paying close attention to what I'm doing on the series and asking questions about different things and commenting. And I really do appreciate the interactions, and that's why I always try my best to reply in fairly quick time to any comments. So until the next episode, for now, all that's left for me to do from the Hamlet is say goodbye for now until the next time. Bye bye.